What's up everyone, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And in today's video I am here at SeaWorld Orlando to be doing a video that I did at Universal Studios Florida and at Universal's Islands of Adventure, and basically ranking and riding my top 5 favorite rides at this park. The rules are just as the last two videos. I cannot record on the ride, and I will give you explanation of why I love this ride before and a little bit of an explanation afterwards. So with all that being said, let's head inside the park and start this top 5 rides at SeaWorld. Alright, the one thing that makes this challenge different than the last two, the park closes in like 2.5 hours, so I do not have much time to work with. So with all that being said, let's head to the first ride, which is and here we are at Pipeline. Pipeline is one of the more original coasters here in Orlando. It's the only one of its kind. This is a standing up roller coaster. And you basically do that. You stand up the entire time. It is a unique experience, like I said. And this was one of the first rides I rode here at SeaWorld during my first visit, and really launched my overcoming my fear of roller coasters. It was definitely part of that day. It was this one and all the other rides that are on this list. So with all that being said, let's get in line for Pipeline and ride the only standing up roller coaster here in Orlando. Interesting thing about this ride is that you can't be taller than 78 inches and you can't be shorter than 54 inches. You have to be somewhere in the middle. One thing that's going to hold us back from possibly completing this challenge is how slowly these vehicles are loaded, and how a lot of these rides only have one train on the track. It's going to be rough. By the way, this is the ride vehicle. This is how you stand up. Once you like stand in it and put the thing down, it kind of like locks you in. Also, unlike Universal, views for these rides aren't the best, so there's not really much to show you. This is kind of just like a basic ride queue. This is actually the busiest I've ever seen this. Not sure why it's busy today, but it just adds an extra challenge to the challenge. I don't see all the just got off of Pipeline. That was really fun. This ride has one of the weirdest constraints, like I showed you earlier, because for men it really puts pressure in the you-know-what area. But I kind of figured out how to, cancel that out. Just jump with the hills, and it doesn't feel as bad, but you still feel the pressure in that area. But nonetheless, really fun attraction. Now, let's head to ride number 4. And ride number 4 is Icebreaker. This might sound weird, but I don't really have an exact reason why I think this is better than Pipeline. I will say Pipeline's more thrilling. However, I personally think that this is a funner attraction. It's just different. And it was one of the first rides I rode when I first came to SeaWorld, and I had a lot of fun with it. I rode it back to back. I rode it in the front and the back on my first visit, and honestly, it's just a fun attraction. So with all that being said, let's head on the ride. Alrighty, I can tell that this line's not as busy, so I'm excited. Alright, I take row number 8, second to last row. Let's do it.
Lift up on your lap harness, unbuckle your seatbelt, and carefully step over the orange and blue bar. Thank you for riding Icebreaker, and enjoy the rest of your day here at SeaWorld. And get ready to break the ice.
One more time.
No, really.
Right there.
Okay, so I just got off the ride. It was fun, but I'm doing something I've never done in one of these top 5 videos. I'm changing my rankings. This is now number 5. Pipeline will be number 4. The reason why I'm changing it is because the ride vehicle, or the seats on this ride vehicle, are absolutely horrible. They're so tight, and like just trying to get to your seat, you have to like maneuver around it. It is not good. And honestly, I do think this ride has a little bit more of a fun factor to it, especially for families and especially for people who have a little bit of a fear of roller coasters. However, I will say Pipeline's better. Pipeline is number 4. This it is mainly because of those seats. It's mainly because of those seats. I'm sorry, and maybe that's a weird thing to say, but these seats are awful. So I don't remember them being that bad last time I rode them. For some reason, you get a seat belt and a lap bar, when I don't think you really need that for this ride. Like rides like Hagrid's, you only have 1 lap bar. I don't know why you'd have a lap bar and a seatbelt on this ride. Doesn't make any sense. Doing good on time. We still have an hour and 30 minutes left before the park closes, and I only have 3 more rides to do. So as long as I can get on each ride within 30 minutes, it should be good. Let's head over to ride number 3, and that is Penguin Trek. Yes, ride number 3 is Penguin Trek. Now, given this is not the most thrilling ride, it's a family coaster. However, this ride is really good. It's honestly so much fun. It's actually really long too, and I really do appreciate that. I love the queue. I love the exit queue. So yes, number 3 is Penguin Trek. All right, it is a 15-minute wait, so let's go inside. Probably be the longest wait of the day, just because it is like one of the only family coasters here at SeaWorld, so it's usually more popular. But look how cool this queue is. It's actually themed to like the Arctic and stuff, but the queue is better at the end. However, this ride does smell the most like fish. But see, this is the best themed queue at SeaWorld, just because like it's like you're actually like in an Arctic like warehouse, or you know, with like coats and stuff like that. This is cool. It's a fun queue. And see, like going in here, it's like a office theme. It's dope. Gives you all this information about penguins. Okay, scratch what I said about the wait. There is no wait. Just gotta pick a row. I'm gonna go to row number 8. All right, here's my train. I will see y'all at the end. penguins. Look how cute they are. Look at the small ones. And look at the chubby ones.
I love it.
They're so cute. I really, really do love penguins. Look at them, just like standing there. What are they looking at? I wonder what they're thinking of right now. All right, so that was ride number 3, Penguin Trek. Now, such a fun ride. It's a good family coaster. Similar to like Slinky Dog Dash over at Hollywood Studios, but it's faster, so I love it. Now let's go to ride number 2, which is yes, number 2 is Kraken. This was the ride that I always say was the one that finally made me overcome my fear of roller coasters. This is like all roller coasters combined into one. It has loopy-loops, corkscrews, drops. This is the ride. If you want to overcome your fear of roller coasters, this is what you should aim for. Unfortunately, this ride doesn't have much of a queue. It's just kind of like room after room, and there's not really much like theming to it. Wow, there's nobody in this ride. I'm gonna get on row number 3. All right, I moved to row number 4. Time to get on. I'll see you at the end. So that was cracking. Loved it. Got one more ride left. And to be honest, guys, I am feeling super nauseous right now, so I'm gonna take a minute before I go on that ride. But cracking, so much fun. Like I said, this was the coaster that got me over my fear of roller coasters. It just, like, I didn't expect it to be as intense as it was, but it was so much fun when I first rode it. I highly recommend, like I said, if you're trying to overcome your fear of roller coasters and you want a coaster that's gonna get you done, Kraken's the one. All right, and ride number 1, the best ride here is Mako. Yes, Mako is the best ride here. So the park has about 30 minutes left before it closes. I don't want to miss this ride, so let's just go on and I'll talk about it afterward. Now, one thing I will say about this ride, Q, is that it's not horrible. It's just kind of bland. Like, it has some, like, you know, cool facts about like sharks and stuff. But other than that, it's just kind of a basic queue. All right, nobody in line. Might as well go in row number 4. All right, not much waiting. The ride vehicle's already here. I will see y'all at the end. Let's do Mako. Final ride of the day. Okay, so I just got off of Mako. So much fun. Funny story about this ride is I didn't know how big of a drop that was when I first rode it. I usually look up the drop heights. I saw this, I was like, I don't need to look it up. But I found out that it's actually 200 feet. A 200-foot drop at 73 miles per hour. If I would have known that before I got on it, I probably wouldn't have ridden it because I hadn't been on a drop that big. Because I think even when Rip Ride Rocket was a roller coaster, that drop wasn't even that high. So yeah, I don't think I would have ridden this if I'd known that. But I did ride it, and I was like, oh my gosh, that was a big drop. How many feet was it? So I had to look it up, and it was 200 feet, which is absolutely insane. But I did it. I did Mako, and it is my favorite ride here at SeaWorld. I just really enjoy it, and I think it is the fastest roller coaster here in Orlando. So it's faster than Velocicoaster. Velocicoaster has a top speed of 70 to 73, I believe. I'm gonna fact check that. Yeah, love this ride. Definitely recommend it for any thrill seekers. This is the roller coaster. This Velocicoaster, Hulk, Kraken. Those are the thrill coasters here in Orlando. Okay, but that's my top 5. Now I'm gonna be heading out of SeaWorld, and this is actually gonna be the last time I'm at SeaWorld for a very long time. But I'm gonna go ahead and say bye-bye to some of these animals. Bye-bye fishes, bye-bye fish, bye-bye stingrays. I'm assuming that's what those are. Bye-bye Sea Lion Show. And goodbye to the tower ride that I hadn't had a chance to actually get on yet. And of course I'll explain why I'm not coming back here for a while at the end of the video. But this is my last time in SeaWorld for a bit, for a decent amount of time. Saying goodbye to the dolphins. Oh, but look, the dolphin's actually right here. Oh, cute. It's playing with the baby. That's adorable. Saying goodbye to Manta, a ride that I don't like, and I'm sure some of y'all are surprised wasn't on this list. Saying goodbye to the SeaWorld Orlando sign. And saying goodbye to the SeaWorld lighthouse that's now backlit. Alrighty, so I'm back in my hotel room. I got some Chick-fil-A, but that's not really that important right now. I wanted to talk about why I'm not going back to SeaWorld for a bit. My annual pass, or my fun pass, or whatever they call their annual passes, expires in December. And I will not be renewing it. Not because I don't like SeaWorld or anything. The reason why I'm not renewing is just because I don't go there as often as I would like. And in theory, the SeaWorld pass isn't too much money. And now that doesn't mean that I'm never going to return to SeaWorld. I just don't have any future plans as of right now to return anytime soon. Yeah, unfortunately, I just won't be going to SeaWorld for a bit. And it's okay, because I have Universal and I have Disney as theme parks I can go to if I really want to go to a theme park. So yeah, that's just the reasoning. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed the top 5 favorite SeaWorld Orlando attractions. If you didn't, or if you have a different opinion, or if you're mad that I didn't include Manta, please let me know in the comments below. And if you liked the video, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.